Wake up, wake up. I got the champagne. We're gonna need it. Yeah, it's about that time. Your favorite street plugs are here to deliver. Good morning. Welcome to Champagne Mornings, where we give you a lot real early in the morning.
And you're gonna need some champagne.
Today we have a special guest with us, Darian.
Hi.
Come on up to the mics.
Right, so they can actually hear you.
Make sure you're up here. Let us know. Tell them a little bit about yourself, who you are, what you do.
I'm Darren Simmons. That's who I am. What I do is I work with these two beautiful women, and I do music and stuff for Street Plugs, and I'm founder of Black Gold, and I'm from One Fam Music Group.
Perfect. Thank you. And it's his birthday today. Happy birthday. He came to join us for a little bit. So, first thing we're going to do, as we do every morning, it's too early for this.
Oh my gosh.
What you got for us?
So, this transgender woman now froze her sperm when she was still a man so she could have her own kids. And I don't think she knows how this works. You know, they might change your outside.
Yeah, the cosmetic portion
but,
of it.
Nothing changes about the inside, sir, ma'am. So,
that's
not going to work.
And then to think about it, so if she... If he turned into a girl, then that means he likes boys. So then there's not going to be anybody to actually take the sperm either, even if he, you know what I mean? Like, even the other way around, like, you still have to find somebody to have your baby for you.
Listen, I was reading comments on this, right?
Okay.
And somebody said that they're actually trying to figure out a way to let transgenders have children, like transgender men carry transgender women. I don't know the politically correct way to say that.
Okay.
The dudes that turn to females to let them carry babies. My next question is, how the fuck's that gonna work? Are we just donating uteruses?
I was about to say they'd have to take people's...
So do I no longer need to be a donor? Because that's not... No. And then...
Are they gonna carry the baby?
No. What about the fucking DNA? If I can't have... Like, that's why incest is illegal and you can't marry your cousins and shit. Because first off, it's gross, but it messes up the kids. It puts you on a smaller DNA spectrum. Mm-hmm. If it's only your DNA... You're on the smallest spectrum, period, yo. Like, your kid's coming out fucked.
Yeah,
all the way up.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, no, that's weird as shit. Why would you even want that? Who's your baby daddy? I am. Like, no, nigga, that's weird.
That's funny. And in some entertainment news, I hope you guys all went and voted yesterday or sent in your ballots, whatever. Votes happened yesterday, but Trump has seemed to, in some way, make our show both weeks. Okay.
Every week, every
this
day.
Time, Rihanna sent Trump a cease and desist for playing her music at his
Pharrell
rap.
just did the same thing with Happy.
Yes, he in MSNBC and NBC political analysts tweeted that the crowd loved when Rihanna's songs were played, and that Trump throws T-shirts to the people during this time like it's a baseball game or something. And Rihanna responded online, "Not for much longer. Me nor my people would ever be at or around one of these tragic rallies. So thanks for the heads up."
Yo, did you see, speaking on Rihanna, where somebody commented, or she commented about posts or something, and somebody was like, "You weren't even born here. Are you a citizen? Can you vote?" And she said, "Nah, bitch, I'm trying to get your country together since you can't."
Oh, wow. I didn't see that.
Yeah, no, Rihanna's, I love Riri.
I mean, she's Bayesian, and you know how they are. So
yeah, they.
I know firsthand how they are.
I've seen it through you. I'm good. You know, I draw lines at Islanders. I'm good.
I know if she was in any other country, they would have took her head off.
For saying that?
Hell yeah.
We love Rihanna here. Obviously, you see, they trying to play her music at the rallies.
Everyone likes. I like people that stand up.
Facts. So today, you guys all know that we're going to be covering Gabrielle Union's book, We're Going to Need More Wine. We pulled many topics out of here that we're going to talk about.
Like, oh my God, this book covers so much.
It does.
It covers a lot.
So we're going to go ahead, play a song for you guys, get you guys up and active, and then we're going to go ahead and get into this review of this book that we did. What we have for you right now is Chinese Bamboo by Fresco Lee out of Seattle. One of my favorite songs right now, too. I love this song.
I like his other song, but I like this one, too.
This is my shit. Motivating music. Motivating music for a motivating day. Come on.
For a minute as I loosen myself on this journey, trying to find me, feel I'm losing myself. Writing this self so I can write for the shelves, to be filled with creative knowledge to enrich in your health. Let's build this wealth, take a step forward, do something different, need a fresh focus, stay soaking. All this logic the greatest leader spoke with. I gotta set the example, my niece is nephews growing. I gotta see their faces glowing, never low in the moment. Want them to notice what you searching for is near. If you know it, don't fear if you want it. See a barrier, look beyond it. It's all on how you imagine, watch how you perceive it. Walking fake than what you see, man, you gotta believe in Chinese bamboo. When people leave, you feel you about to fall to your knees, man, Chinese bamboo. That's what I tend to think of anytime I'm feeling the shrink love, Chinese bamboo. Cultivating, staying patient, I'm never racing, I'm pacing, Chinese bamboo. A lot of people won't understand your plans, skeptics watching me plan. Watch me expand, roll me a gram, head in the clouds as I leave for the land. Make a presence for your future by moving on from your past. Fuck the clashes, get the cash, yeah, I'm on the dash. Been trying to capture these moments, my life's been such a flash of me trying to hit these certain pinnacles, blowing kush, sipping pinnacle. As an individual, making residual, I'm a reciprocal. These current situations, as I'm currently chasing, these visions of me towering cowards filled with the hatred. My currency's adjacent, the pages, can't wait to pages. Portrait that's been trapped in my mind, to give my family hope and visions, what they lack and they blind. It's up to how you decide to use your time to define the value of essence and lessons that your life will describe. I like to collect the pressure to this positive vibes, just rise to the sky, fuck gravity. I never comply, nigga, Chinese bamboo. When people leave, you feel you about to fall to your knees, man, Chinese bamboo. That's what I tend to think of anytime I'm feeling the shrink love, Chinese bamboo. Cultivating, staying patient, I'm never racing, I'm pacing, Chinese bamboo. A lot of people won't understand your plans, skeptics watching me plan.
In the Far East, they have something that's called the Chinese bamboo tree. The Chinese bamboo tree takes 5 years to grow. And when they go through a process of growing it, they have to water and fertilize the ground where it is every day. And it doesn't break through the ground until the 5th year. But once it breaks through the ground, within 5 weeks, it grows 90 feet tall. Now the question is, does it grow 90 feet tall in 5 weeks or 5 years? The answer is obvious. It grows 90 feet tall in 5 years. Because at any time, had that person stopped watering and nurturing and fertilizing that tree, that bamboo tree would have died in the ground. And I can see people coming out talking to a guy out there watering and fertilizing the ground that's not showing anything. Hey, what you doing? You've been out here a long time, man. And the conversation in the neighborhood is, you growing a Chinese bamboo tree, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Well, even Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder can see ain't nothing showing. You know that's how people gonna do you? So how long you been working on this?
All right. That was Chinese Bamboo by Fresco Lee. Again, hope you guys enjoyed that. We're going to get right into it. Our happy list. We asked everybody to write down 10 things that made them happy.
That was hard. I didn't get a full 10.
That was really hard.
I sat there and I contemplated and I walked away from the list and I came back to the list and I still didn't get a full 10.
Yeah. Gabrielle Union, she had a life coach in the book who asked her, where's her happy place, and asked her to name some things. And
it started out food.
It started out with food. Yes, I'm pretty sure Kiana's list probably includes food.
Yeah.
I don't know Kiana's list, but it does it include food? See, I knew that much about you.
Fat ass.
That's funny. So, tell us some things on your list. What were you able to get out of this?
Family barbecues.
That's on my list as well.
That's definitely one of my I love the summer. I know people say summer they get happy because, sun and shit. No, I just know there's going to be hella family barbecues. I'm going to be surrounded by all my siblings. Like, that makes me happy.
Mine just has family being around in general. Because, like, if I'm in a bad mood and I don't even care, like, if they're at my house, I can spend some time with them and still go chill by myself and watch them enjoy each other. And just being around our family.
How many times I've been annoyed and just pull up to your house, bruh? Like, no words. I just pull up, I'm there, and you can't kick me out. And you say, okay, what's for dinner? Like, that's our life. I'm coming over. You don't get a choice. Mm-hmm. And my nephews and nieces. Okay. I go and steal your kids when I get in bad moods for long periods of time. Your kids get on my damn nerves. But I steal them because for some reason they get on my nerves and make me happy at once. It's really weird.
Well, that's a good thing. What else you got? So that's 2.
Sex. Definitely sex.
Okay. 3.
Food.
Sex first before food?
I think it's... Is your list in order? Because mine's definitely not in order.
Mine's just how I thought of them. It just came in. Okay. What's on your list?
Yeah, let's go ahead and pause her list real quick. Tell us what you got.
Okay. I got food first.
Okay.
And writing and recording music. Beautiful women. Playing basketball. Watching boxing. My kids. Being happy and coitus. Same thing. Okay. It was, hip hop, myself, and my friends.
I'm glad that you were able to actually get 10.
Because I struggle with my 7.
I didn't get 10. I think you got what? Do you have 2 more on your list right now?
I have 7, so 4, 3.
You gotta look within,
I really tried, and that's actually what this is about. Again, is self and mental health and knowing your happy place.
Don't you make yourself happy? I know that for sure.
What are you trying to say? Did you just call me conceited in the low, really white way?
In a really polite way.
I just put that on mine.
Okay.
You're conceited.
Yeah,
I do make myself happy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I can't make myself happy, then who else is gonna make me happy?
Hey, that's what her coach said.
That is exactly what their coach. See,
her coach said
breakthrough.
Exactly.
You are a genius.
This guy said breakthrough. I can't stand him.
All right. Well, did you finish your list?
No. Accomplishing things, like knocking shit off my checklist. Mm-hmm. That brightens my day. Trips, running away, getting away from everybody. I like going missing. I'm the one to take a spontaneous Oregon trip. Nobody know it type shit. And then, honestly, my best friends, like Hannah, just stayed the night at my house last night because we were both in bad moods. And she was like, all right, I packed the bag, I'm on my way. I was like, all right.
Company helps sometimes, especially, the right company helps sometimes. So on mine, music. It's on my list first. Probably the easiest thing for me to come up with was that it's music. I love music.
Have you been playing
genuinely
guitar lately?
Puts me. I haven't, only because we've been working on the house, so my free time goes into the house we just bought.
You were so much happier with your guitar.
You're right.
So like the change in your happiness levels was kind of fucking weird. I want to find something that makes me that happy.
My guitar made me very happy. Music in general, like if I'm in, I haven't even watched TV in probably, I want to say 3 weeks, at least 3 weeks. I have not watched any TV at all.
No Vampire Diaries?
No Vampire Diaries, no originals, no Empire, no Star, none of that.
No originals, bruh?
No
Did you
legacies?
finish your originals?
I did, and it was really sad.
Oh, that's why you're mourning right
but
now.
Still,
it's okay.
But still, like I just been listening to music, and like that's it. Being around my family, which I just touched on with you. Being laid in front of a fire.
That is amazing.
That actually makes me happy.
The heat just warms up my life.
I start my fire. I watch the fire. I like the look of it.
The sound of the crackle pop
makes me happy. Exercise. I can't think of a time where I exercise and it doesn't make me feel better. The hard part, obviously, is making time to get there, but it never fails me when I make it.
Facts.
So that helps. My hair.
My hair is making me real sad right now.
That's the one thing about that one.
God, please give me my length back, and I promise I won't mess it up again.
That's
okay. I'm probably lying. I'll probably change my color like 4 more times, but I'll take care of it. I'll keep it done.
Yeah, and that's the thing, is because it's one of those things, like it makes me happy and it makes me sad, because at any moment, if something goes, like my hair just recently. I was stressed out. My hair was falling out. I ended up having to get it cut. And I mean, if depression was a thing in my life, that was as close as I've gotten to it in my recent years, because I was really feeling some kind of way. And then the last thing on my list is actually going to basketball games.
You like sports.
Mm-hmm.
You've always loved being around the sport vibe. Mm-hmm. And it's not even necessarily basketball games. You could go to a football game and be ecstatic.
But basketball games make me, like, I don't like weather, though. So, like, football, this is the thing. Football is, you have to be out in the weather. So that's more of a thing that I enjoy, being around friends inside, watching it on TV. You know, basketball, I want to be there in the crowd. I like going to football games too, but basketball's a different level. It's just different.
It's that happy spot.
And I don't have to worry about weather, so it works for me.
Bougie.
Ooh, that's how you feel.
So how many did you end up with?
I think that was 6.
So Darren was the only one out of us to make it to 10. All right, birthday boy, we see you.
Right, he's the elite in this game, because this was really hard. Honestly.
This was hard. I thought about it. Like I said, I thought about it. I started, I walked away, I added stuff, I deleted stuff, because I had to realize, like, that doesn't really make you happy, bruh. You just do it to fake happiness sometimes.
That's a good point, too. Like, how often do we fake being happy?
Constantly, yo.
Yeah.
Like, you know how certain people be like, oh, dressing up, that was on my list, like getting dressed up and doing my hair and makeup. Nah, bro, that does not make me happy. I am happiest in my sweats and hoodies, like you guys see me 99.8% of the time when I'm not going in public.
Mm-hmm. Gabrielle Union said in her book, We're Going to Need More Wine, which is what we're discussing today, and where all of our topics are coming from today is her book. She said, when you're in a place where you don't know what makes you happy, it's real easy to be an asshole.
Are you trying to say that's why I'm an asshole?
Well, and then she included in her list, other people's pain.
She did. She said that, and she meant that.
She meant it. And that's true, though. I mean,
so the sad part is, I started the list before getting the book from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
That originally was on my list.
Oh wow. Well, I mean, it's not a sad thing. It's actually knowing, you know.
And then I felt bad it was on my list and removed it from my list. And then I read the book and was like, it's on her list, and I was like, this is weird. Because you know, I binged the book. Yeah. I quickly binged it right quick.
Right. But I've been sitting on this. I've been waiting for this day to come, actually, because I've read this book like a long time ago.
You ordered mine.
Yeah, I ordered them both.
I said you ordered it, not ordered it.
No, I was gonna say I didn't even order it. I actually went to.
No, I went and got it for us.
Okay,
I went and got it for us. I dropped it off at your house, and I never seen my book again until you decided that it was gonna be.
We were supposed to go to her book signing, and everything in the
world. That's why you
held
it hostage, because I messed up her book signing, so I just couldn't read her book no more, Bia.
I can't believe you made me miss her book signing.
It wasn't my fault. Blame Candy.
This is getting real. Y'all look at each other's eyes.
He said this is a real argument live. We're going to go into some more of this book. Before we do, we got a little clip that I want to play from you. It comes from a lady named Kai Davis, and just listen to it is all I can say. I'll go ahead and play that for you right now.
Fuck I look like. No, really. Fuck I look like. I look like you got me fucked up is what I look like. You looking at me like I'm not supposed to be standing here next to you. Like, we in the same class, but your idea of advanced is too advanced and my mind can't match you. I think it's my vernacular. How I got half the consonants and twice the apostrophes, so my philosophy can't be valid. Like I speak slave and you speak slave master. This isn't a plantation, it's a classroom. White people think they run shit because they got money to buy a thesaurus. You say gargantuan, I say big as shit. Still big as shit, it don't really matter. I guess AP stands for asshole pretentiousness. And if you don't know what that means, look it up, find a synonym. You like doing that shit. You also seem to like judging a book by the color of its author, because apparently Maya Angelou is inferior due to her grammatical errors. But white man Mark Twain can write a whole novel with nothing but grammatical errors, and that shit is a literary masterpiece. Well, I can't help but to pardon my people's slang, because real niggas ain't real niggas if they don't got a twang. I want to apologize. I want to apologize for me mugging from the back of the classroom, talking about existentialism like a motherfucking boss. It's not your fault. Niggas can't vibe with me either hands for anything other than a bathroom break, I become a weirdo. And God forbid I excel, a 4.0 means I'm 4 shades lighter. Because apparently, intelligence is a white trait. At least that's what I've gathered. This one girl asked me, why would I use big words? So I could sound like you? You know what I sound like? Like I've read a book before. I act smart, so I act white. So I can't be black and be smart because black people are dumb. All this is self-hate. And to them, that's acceptable because white people told us niggas not to read 300 years ago, and now niggas telling other niggas not to read. What are we afraid of? It's like we think giving 100% means getting 100 lashes, and my people don't even know that we're working with our oppressors, just passing on the torch, but we can't pass the bar because the bar's been set so low we are crushing under the weight. And you expect me to cut class and get an F just to perpetuate the stereotype that's been instilled through this bullshit curriculum? Fuck, I look like. Stupidity with my melanin, nor will I ever sacrifice my skin for the white man's standards. So never ask that I speak for anyone but me, represent anything but what I stand for, and fight for anything but what I believe in. And if anybody ever expects me to do anything but be myself, they got me fucked up.
Kai Davis Poetry on Insta, KaiDavisPoetry.com. She's from Philadelphia.
Nice.
She's a host. They do a monthly poetry slam at this place called the Philly Pigeon. That's an interesting name, right? Yeah, but she's dope. She's dope for sure. That's like going viral, I think, right now. If it's not going viral, it should go viral.
Yeah, no, I liked it.
All right, back into Gabrielle Union and Book Wednesday. We're going to need more wine. Some interesting things that we took from this from the beginning. 10 Things I Hate About You was filmed in Tacoma?
Mm-hmm.
You knew that?
You just knew that?
Yeah, I did.
How'd you know?
Because I went to school out here. Duh. I think it was...
We grew up out here. We
Yeah.
ain't know that.
Y'all didn't know that? I swear.
Were we in Seattle then? Probably.
It was like,
I
but
was
even
definitely
then,
in
part
Seattle.
of it was in Seattle.
the school,
And they were going to Seattle.
that scene when he was running up and down the bleachers and stuff, that wasn't that like Stadium or something like that? Was it Stadium or Tahoma, one of those?
It probably was Stadium if it was downtown.
I think it was
she
Stadium.
even mentioned going to like Dorky's. She just called it the local version of Dave & Buster's.
Which is funny because we just got our Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
Like, we just got it this year.
Yeah, we did.
Or, I'm sorry, it's been officially a year.
Kiana pulled out a couple things from here too.
Yeah, first off, Gabrielle Union's like crazy.
She's pretty
we
crazy.
gotta address her first marriage and how that was a no-go and how that situation really happens. Like, we get in marriage, we get in relationships and stuff that we just aren't ready to end even though they're done, bruh.
Yeah.
They're done. Did it. I just did it. Had to take that leap and say, fuck it. Can't live unhappy or crazy, bruh. She was crazy.
Some of the things that she did, I mean, well, they were both cheating on each other.
Which
Eventually.
is straw number one. Like, just dead it. Why
Eventually,
are you
they're both
on each
cheating
other?
on each other. She talks about how before they even got married, she basically caught him cheating, and he was like, well,
the
that was
day
just a
after he
backup.
proposed or some shit.
Like, that was just a backup in case you said no, I think is basically the gist
And
of
she
that.
accepted that answer. Well, she didn't really accept that answer. She just didn't want to go public from the girl who just got proposed to the girl who just caught off the wedding. Like, she literally said that.
Say, when you got all that money, you're in a whole different class now.
Yeah, that's
Don't
I
care.
posted on
It's hard to care that much.
on Facebook the other day. New levels brings new devils. It's
Facts.
different things you have to think about. You're
Different
always
ways.
thinking about your image.
Straight like that. Like, there's
I'm not even
people
that famous, and I think about my image all the
constantly.
time.
That I think about my image on who I choose to deal with, who I choose to surround myself with, what moves I choose to make, how you choose to go out the house sometimes. Like, yeah, I'm just going here right quick, but what connections can I make here?
Yep, facts. Sex miseducation.
Yeah, that's a big thing because I feel like that's a current thing. This girl knew nothing about sex. When she got her period, instead of someone explaining it to her, her mom just handed her a box of pads. Was like, I found your clothes. Here's a box of pads. Nothing else on the subject. She didn't even know what her vagina was. She did not know what her vagina was.
I saw that in Orange is the New Black.
That happened.
Somebody didn't know what their vagina was?
That was on Orange is the New Black, but they didn't.
They're grown in jail.
Right. Like, they should know. She was young, at least.
Yo, I thought you guys would have seen that. You guys.
I don't watch that show.
I watched that show. I don't remember that.
What's that girl? Tasty. She figured they showed her. Like, you don't remember?
No.
I feel awkward talking about this on the radio.
I mean, if you don't know it, you don't. But well, I guess because about their vagina, I understand. But yeah, these are things you should actually. I didn't have that experience. I definitely, when I started my period, didn't know what it was, and I was like, "Mom,
I was dying, bruh.
What's going on?"
I was scared to say anything. I was like, "Oh my God, I am about to die." Like, I was living with my godmom at the time, actually, and I went to her and told her I was dying, and she laughed at me. I probably would have laughed at me thinking about it now too. But she definitely laughed at me. She explained it and told me everything and all that afterwards. Like, I actually had good understanding, but...
Yeah, my daughter's 11. My mom's trying to get me to talk.
To talk to her about
She's giving me the talk like I'm supposed to, like, know about it. Like, this is the stuff you got to worry about. No, I don't. No.
They got a mama for that.
I got a mama for that. I got 4 sisters
I'm
that
just
can
here
help.
to hug her when she cries.
Tell her stay away from boys. That's your job.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to string one up just so they can see it.
And then my other one, I can't believe he just said that.
He said that live.
And meant it too.
He meant it.
I can't with him today. And then the last topic is one that me and Shalise have actually discussed already. Cushion the blow of an ended relationship with someone else's body.
That's what y'all meant.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's in a way, it is the best way. I do believe that it's sometimes it is the only way.
But like I said, one of my 10 things was sex. Like, I use that to escape my stress and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm stressed about this, I'm finna go get off and be done with the problem. It's relaxing. Can't say it's not relaxing. It literally releases endorphins that relax you.
So is masturbation.
True. But sometimes that's not what I want.
And I'm not saying it is, but I just think that it goes into how often. Now, she definitely put in her book, like,
get as much dick as possible from as many dudes as possible.
It's like,
I don't know if I straight agree with that.
They're not like getting away from the person that they broke up with. They're getting away from themselves. You know, like sitting in a room by yourself and all that shit.
Agreed. That's why I do it.
You know, like thinking about the relationship.
I don't want to sit there and think about. It's not the relationship I escape, but like just life stress and shit. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to sit there in my own head. So.
Mm-hmm.
But does that become masking it the same as like an alcoholic drinking alcohol to escape their problem?
Wow, did you just call me a sex addict?
You have to cope it. You have to cope. It's going to hurt in general, so, you know.
Which is going to make it easier, but then that still goes back to what she just asked.
But coping versus being happy, is that truly making you happy, or is it just helping you cope with the problem?
Well, you're not happy anyway. You know, after breakup, you're not happy anyway. So whatever. You cut your leg, you either put a Band-Aid on it or wipe it off. Either way, it's going to hurt until it gets over.
When I cut myself to the bone, I put a Band-Aid on it. Literally
did that. But that makes a lot of sense. Is if you're already hurting, I mean, it's at least coping in whatever way is better than just let yourself fall off, you know. Going to your happy list that we now have and that we need to expand, obviously. Well, maybe not
you. You're good.
Yeah. I'm going to cross out some things and replace all of them with sex after this conversation.
Listen, sex definitely made my happy list.
Sex food, boxing, sex food.
Perfect.
I think that I'd switch boxing to, like, I don't know, family, and then I think I'm with you.
That's too funny.
Watch boxing with family. We like to do that too.
Oh, that's smart.
Counts as barbecues and stuff.
So we both know, or we should all know, that I love Gabrielle Union.
You just heard us argue about how she blames me for us missing the book signing.
I do.
And that's real hostility that she harbors, even though this happened like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
And you guys should see her face looking at me right now.
It's a dead serious face. Yeah, no, I love Gabrielle Union. I always had. And what's crazy is, like, I loved her when I was a kid, is simply because I would see her around and I'm like, she's black. Like, she's black on TV. She's dark-skinned. It's not something that we've seen a lot of. It was always a lot of light-skinned roles, you know, like she's dark skinned, brown eyes. She wears black hairstyles. Mm-hmm. You know,
She's herself. She doesn't
like facial expressions.
But what's crazy is what we find in the book. And I remember one time I was like, she's just beautiful to me. I think that she's beautiful.
She is really beautiful.
And
she's really
one of my friends, he was like, you love Gabrielle Union. I was like, I do love Gabrielle Union. I think she's really pretty. I think she's dope. And he was like, you know that you're just as pretty as Gabrielle Union. Like, she's famous. He was like, she's famous, but she doesn't make it any more beautiful. And I was like, I don't think that she's beautiful because she's famous.
I just think she's honestly beautiful. Mm-hmm. But that's another thing that we've gotten into plenty of times. Because I think this person's beautiful, does that mean I don't think I'm just as beautiful? Like, what does one have to do with the other? She can be beautiful. I can be beautiful. We can be beautiful together, right?
Right. And we've gotten to debates about that even
with the random at the club that one time.
With the club, because they were upset. Like, well, just because your sister's got complimented your hair, and she was like, well, your hair is this, and I'm like, we weren't talking about me. I think her hair is nice. Like, why are you coming at me about a compliment that I gave somebody else?
Yeah, I never understood that.
She was forcing it. That's why.
Yeah.
Mind your business. That's how you
mind your business.
Listen, that girl learned to mind her business that night.
Yeah.
AKA, don't come between what Charlize is talking about with her little sister.
But with that brings up her issue in the book with colorism. Like, so colorism is discrimination or bias of skin color. It has roots in racism and classism and is well documented problem in black communities for sure. You always hear us, we even jokingly say it all the time, that's because you're light skinned.
Yeah, you're light skinned showing her jokes like.
Mm-hmm. But there is a real bias in the world sometimes over darker skinned females and males compared to the lighter counterparts.
It comes from self-hate though.
Exactly.
It does. It definitely does.
And she kind of went into that on there about her relationship. She only dated light-skinned dudes for a long time, and she had to have a friend call her out on it because she was so pro-black, and he was like, well, you're so pro-black, but you don't even date black dudes.
She doesn't come off as very, I don't know as much as you, she doesn't come off as very, very pro-black though.
Really?
No.
She's definitely very, very pro-black. If you actually followed her
I don't know her like
outside of her her roles, like, she's very pro-black. Especially
I guess
with how I love how she's doing D-Wade's kids, like the realness she gives them.
See, I don't know that part. I just mean
we'll get into that. That's part of the book.
I just mean like her mannerisms, like, you know, but she's proper and stuff, you know. So I guess
she touches on why she's proper
because
though.
she grew up around a lot of white people,
she
and that's how she got.
So okay, see,
and that's how she got her colorism issues.
So I saw something, seriously.
Yeah, no, she addresses that, but
I do like
you can see her actively trying.
I like the fact
that
you
see in the clip that we just played. In the clip that we just played, the girl says that. She says, it sounds like you talk like a white girl, and her response was, I sound like I've read a book before.
The fact that y'all seen her pro-blackness and based off how she was raised, that says a lot. So it doesn't matter. People can sound white, people can sound whatever.
Yeah,
it shouldn't.
We knew she was pro-black before the book too, though.
Yeah, definitely. And then she hates that sound, pretty for a black girl. That saying,
pretty for a dark skinned girl.
You said
pretty
you've
for
actually,
a black girl.
as a male, had somebody talk to you. Say
I want to
that?
say her name so bad.
Don't say
you can say her name if you want
no,
to.
I'm not going to.
You are going to get that girl jumped.
That's messy as hell.
So tell us about the story. What happened?
Well, I give him a hint. Her husband is now her husband, and we was in the military together. But we was in a bar. Actually, I went to the bar with him. She walks up to me, approaches me, and says that she's black, mind you, that I look very handsome for a black guy. But this is Spokane, Washington, so, you know.
There's a lot of racism and self-hate in Spokane, Washington.
But for a black person to tell another black person,
but think
you were cute
all
for a
the
black guy.
racism that's in Spokane.
The
like,
thing
look
was,
who she's raised around.
The thing was, I was supposed to be like, yo, thank you. But, you know, it just didn't fit well with me, you know.
It shouldn't have fit well with
I didn't say nothing to her. I just kind of curbed her. But, like, you know, guys like to, you know, seem like we don't care or whatever.
I feel like if your compliment tears down someone else at all, then it's not a valid compliment.
She was trying to build herself up as she was, build her confidence up. You know, I don't usually do this, but...
You should have asked her if she thinks her daddy ugly.
She might have said yeah, because I mean most people are not going to be like, no, my dad's fine.
That's weird, but you don't gotta think your daddy ugly. You think your mama ugly or no? There's so many levels to that right there.
Right.
You just, I don't know. She's ugly though, so.
She's ugly.
And it's not.
I hope if you're listening to this,
I
apparently.
don't care what color she was.
listening to this.
She can be my favorite color. She can be black gold, and I still say she's ugly.
He said she could be black gold.
And that's his brand.
That is his whole brand.
Yeah.
You ugly, ma. I'm sorry.
Dang.
Aww.
So
Inside, outside.
what stuck out to me in this book, one thing was Gabrielle Union's mom and dad, the whole credit card situation. I didn't know how to feel about that. So in the book, for those of you guys who haven't read it, Gabrielle Union and one of her sisters knew the dad had a side chick because they found an extra credit card that he used for the side chick and when he was going to take vacations and all of that. They never told their mom about it, but instead used it as bribing. Yeah, basically they extorted their dad.
Smart kids.
Yeah, they basically extorted their dad and was like, you know, you don't have no choice. Either mom finds out about this or we get money at our leisure, kind of thing.
And they were taxing. They asked this man for some money. He'd say take 20, they'd take 200.
Right. And the mom, she just got comfortable. She was comfortable with their lifestyle that she overlooked things that she knew was going on. She never knew about the side chick directly.
But she knew.
But she knew.
The thing is, the mom was so comfortable in her life that the last straw was him making her kids unhappy and a bill not getting paid. That's when she decided she was leaving. A bill did not get paid. The check bounced.
And that probably embarrassed her. And that was the worst thing. But I know, I have a friend, she was in an abusive relationship for years. He did her dirty in so many ways. Even hospitalized her at one point. And she never left him until, when we talk about having your happy thing, her one happy place was her being able to go to work because she loved the job that she did. But then he ended up causing her to lose her job by taking the car when she was supposed to leave for work. He would just suddenly go get in the car and disappear, or be like, I'm about to drop you off to work, and she'll be in the car and he'll just never drop her off to work. And she ended up losing her job, and that's what made her actually leave him, not any of all the crazy stuff that happened in their relationship. That was her final straw.
Plenty of people that final straw is like, it's not what you would think. Like, even with mine, my final straw was when I went into the hospital and there was no support there. Like, I'm in the hospital and you don't give a fuck, I bet.
My final straw had to do with a lot.
You had a lot of final straws. Like, your whole camera just broke.
It was just one day I think my lens changed.
That might have been it.
And that was it.
Yeah, no, my final straw was definitely that. But it just shows what people's final straw is. Her was when her life got changed, because at least when he had a side chick, he was keeping the house happy and he was keeping the bills paid. You got a side chick, you ain't keeping the house happy and my bills ain't paid, nigga?
Yeah, that was a problem. And then the side chick ends up becoming the wife later on in life.
No, not later on in life, bruh. June 1st, their marriage was finalized. June 9th, he was married.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did she want to be married?
Who?
I would have been. I like my spot right now.
Well, the side chick, they had already been dating for a long time.
And they were publicly dating. Like,
the side chick is the most. She's the escape, man. They don't realize.
That's not. No, it wasn't his escape. That was his real relationship. He was bringing her into
their real home, and they even had parties where the mom who lived there, her mom, was out of town, and he would throw a party at the house, and the side chick would the
side
neighbors
get
knew.
the most love, they get the most attention.
The neighbors
if I was a girl, let me be a side chick.
It was so messed up that the neighbors knew he had a side chick, but if the mom left the house with a random person or something, they were telling the husband.
Yep. Oh, she just went out. Did you know she was going out? Even though they knew he had a side chick.
Met a side chick, liked her better and everything. Like,
that's wild. And
damn.
Yeah, and then their his mom, so he never told his mom about the situation until the day of the wedding, basically, or the weekend of the wedding.
No, the day the day before.
The day before, so the weekend of the wedding, and when they're up at the altar, his mom said, "She's a whore."
Home wrecking hoe.
That's what she said in the church. while they were getting married. I like her.
Me too. And I think it's so messed up. Like, when I say they told her the day before, when she went to go buy her dress to attend her son's wedding, they just told her it was for a special occasion. Mm-hmm. They picked her up from the airport, told her it's for a special occasion, and that was it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And then, let's see. So some other things that the racial issues. So in the book, she says, what do you tell your kids when they need to talk to police? And he was like, I tell them where they live and their name. She's like, no, you need to be telling them Dwayne Wade's kids. Like, we're Dwayne Wade's kids. That should be the answer.
For real. And
that's absolutely true. Like, with run-ins with the police, that is the last thing that you want for these boys who, I mean, let's just be honest. Black boys and police officers don't go well together.
At all.
Mm-mm.
At all. So, I don't know. I know everybody's had some run-ins with the cop. You've had a big run-in with the cop before.
I'm not going to get really into it. Long story short, I got my ass whooped.
Yeah. But it just interaction with them in general is what I'm talking about. Like, there's always some type of tenseness there in the beginning.
I don't want to get into it because I know, but the bottom line was when I did get grabbed, I had my hands up. So, and I like walked into a cop that was behind me, and they just,
yeah. But the way I see it is like they're really locking up our leaders at the end of the day, because they're the ones that people are saying you're defiant or you're too strong-minded, and she talks about that as well. Like, what may work for little Johnny is not going to be the same for you.
It's class.
So, and then hiding yourself, and because you're black. So she said that we talked about assimilation in the last episode. There's certain blacks who want us to be us, and there's some who you ultimately just try to hide behind, do whatever you can to make it look like you're part of something that you'll honestly never be a part of, because you're always going to be black. You're sabotaging your own success by limiting yourself to being a black woman. That's what somebody said to her.
Yeah.
I've heard of like that, because our show was obviously very pro-black,
We're very pro-black.
And I've definitely heard the comments of, well, you may not even be able to go as far because of the topics that you're talking about.
I've considered those things. I've considered the language we use, what we say. We're clearly very anti-Trump. We're clearly pro-black. We're clearly unapologetic. And all of those things are who we are, and it may rub people the wrong way, and I don't give a damn.
At all.
Sometimes I think we close ourselves off from, being just, human, more than just being black. It's like sometimes I don't like to be reminded that what I'm saying? It's what we are. It's what we are.
It's what we are. It's what we know. But we have to be reminded of it. And you're right. Nobody wants to be reminded. That this is different for you because you're black. It's just our reality.
The things they don't like about us because we're black, like the fear and all that shit. I enjoy being able to, have
to inflict that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
it's power stance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it gives me it's like having a gun sometimes. Just being. But what do you expect sometimes? Yeah, but. It's called manifest destiny, you know what I'm saying? Slavery, all that stuff is the reason why my son can probably dunk by the time he's going to be in the 7th grade or some shit like that.
Yeah, because we were built, your bodies have adapted and it's become part. I mean, we're already the elite. I'm not going to go too much into that part of my ethnocentrism.
My pro-blackness is all the stuff that we went through before. We went through a whole destroy and rebuild process, and physically, we're one of the strongest races out there. There's not much we can't take and we haven't, So I like to remind some black folks that, other races probably couldn't take this, so we can and we will. And slavery didn't end in Jamaica, and it went from being an all-white island to an all-black island, just like that. Right. So they stopped slavery here because they had to, and if they didn't stop it, we would have took over this whole country anyway. People don't think about that.
That's
shit.
a good way to look at it. It took us a lot of years. They could have been revolted. But, you know. So her dad, at the beginning of her going to elementary school, told her, you're going to have to be bigger, badder, and better just to be considered equal. You're going to have to be twice as much work, and you're not going to get any credit. Is that not the story of our lives?
That's a woman's story more than a black story, though. A black woman's story.
That is true, but also you have to think of how many times that's been said in almost every black movie has that moment with the parents telling their child that. Like, I literally can't think of one black movie that doesn't address that in some type of way.
When Malcolm X said he wanted to be a lawyer to his teacher, they said, "Yeah, won't you try being a carpenter? Jesus was a carpenter."
That's crazy.
He said, "Just for that, I'm going to be a Muslim when I grow up."
And then she still went through issues with, you know, her race, hiding herself. She had the mitten story where she was just like, for some stupid reason, I felt like if I wear these mittens, you know, dangerous people don't wear mittens, so they're going to have to not see me.
That's not how life works.
And it wasn't.
It
for
wasn't
her.
how, for her, even for her. And then I like how she addresses, I like back with her first story, how she addresses that, like, since dealing with the police, I realized that my first encounter with the police was very nice. They were very nice. They were very caring, because other ones haven't been. Also, like that she still instills it into her boys. You're black. Like, their first sleepover. You don't go alone. You don't go in rooms alone. You don't ever leave yourself in a room alone with a white girl. You don't want any of that. They don't like you. They don't like you like they think they like you. And it sucks because it's like instilling a fear in them. Like, her kids were culture shocked, which happens when you raise well-off kids and sheltered kids. But it's stuff they need to know.
I tell my kids stuff like this. I've had people tell me, like, Sharlesia, he's 8. Why are you telling him this? Because he needs to know that him acting like this, he's already going to have it harder in life. And I've had to tell my son, King David, this. You're already going to have it way harder in life. You are going to have to be mentally strong. You're going to have to think. You're going to have to use your brain better than anybody else. But it can handle it as long as you let us help you control it, you know? And
he's gotten way better, though.
He has.
From those realistic conversations. See, that's one thing I like about our lives. We were never lied to.
Our parents did not lie to us, even when they should have.
They probably should have a lot more time.
If you really know our background and where we came from, there's a lot that we were exposed to really young, but we learned life really young, and we're able to handle a lot of problems that break people.
A lot of problems that should break people, that should not let them be succeeding like we are now. Like, even our stress levels right now, if we hadn't learned so much so young, we might be somewhere psychotic right now.
I just tell my son, like, yeah, we did it. You're supposed to be stronger and better than us.
Yes, that's good. And then, speaking of lifelong things you have to deal with, she was raped. Violently raped.
That's what I was going to say, brutally raped. Like, I had to pause for a second reading that story, that chapter. It wasn't a full chapter, but you know what I'm saying. You've seen how the book was broken down. Because it was violent, and she still deals with it.
But she's outspoken with it. She's using her own testament to help other girls. I think that's good.
I think it's good that she can still admit that it still harbors her. It still bothers her. She still harbors it sometimes, and she still basically has PTSD because of it.
Yeah,
like,
she still doesn't like going into places.
She's a big, famous actress. People see her. I can't lie and say I wouldn't want to meet her if I walked up to her and seen her walking down the street. Like, I'm going to try to say something to her, but to know that actually makes her uncomfortable.
Right.
Because of understand why it makes her uncomfortable.
And I love Gabrielle Union, so now I gotta wait. I might have to tell, like, wait, especially if I'm with a date.
Just wait.
Can you wait back
over here? So I gotta meet her, but I don't need you making her uncomfortable, okay?
I need to meet her in my life. That's too funny. So yeah, that's a lot to deal with. Definitely commend her for being able to get through that, still working on it and using it to help other girls, because, you know, Lord knows that's a lot to deal with. So that's our review of We're Gonna Need More Wine by Gabrielle Union.
I know it's a lot. You really might need some champagne right now, because I definitely killed a couple angry orchards reading that book. I needed something.
Right. So we're going to go ahead and play you guys another song, let you guys marinate on what we talked about for a little bit. We'll be back to close up the show. Right now I have Kenyon Brown featuring Sire. The song is called About You. They are from New Zealand.
Yeah, it's our New Zealand tap in.
All right.
it's about 2 in the morning, and I can't get you out my mind. And girl, I've been waiting for you, so tell me, am I worth your time? Oh yeah. If I put you in a song, would you like that? Spend a little time, would you like that? Just me and you. Gotta show you the best of me. Gotta let me know, cause I'm over right now. I can put you on if you want right now. Girl, I gotta know, girl, got you all in my mind. Never felt this way, I can't lie. It's only when I think about you. Got chills running down my spine. Baby, I feel it tonight. But it's only when I think about you. Say, baby, you got that kind of love that I've been searching for. You don't wanna get to know me. When I come on over, girl, I know you wanna do a little something, bitch, you know what it is. Yeah, your body belongs to nobody but me. If it was your man, would you like that? I know you kinda big and I like that. Show me, can I put it on you, girl? Put it all on me. Guess I gotta wait till you get with me. Girl, I gotta show you the best of me. Gotta let me know, cause I'm alright now. I can put you on if you want. Girl, I gotta know, girl, got you all in my mind. Never felt this way, I can't lie. It's only when I think about you. Got chills running down my spine. Baby, I feel it tonight. But it's only when I think about you.
Baby, I think about you all day. Just hoping that you will come my way. Just praying I remain in your brain. Just saying I hope you feel the same way. I can't get you out of my mind. Craving that pussy all the time. Ooh yeah, all the motherfucking time. Cause all my life I've been a player. Now I'm thinking I should stay up. In the late nights I will wake up for you. There's nothing I won't do. Cause I'm patiently waiting on the perfect time to call your phone. The perfect time to pull up to your crib and give you that.
Girl, I gotta know, girl, got you all in my mind. Never felt this way, I can't lie. It's only when I think about you. Got chills running down my spine. Baby, I feel it tonight. But it's only when I think about you.
Alright.
Again, that was About You by Kenyon Brown featuring Sire out of New Zealand. So some
Some better
thing.
topics. Let's get out of the depressing state.
I mean, I don't think it's depressing though. I think it's open up conversation about a lot of things that happen in everyday life.
A lot
So,
of things that happen to
It's
people.
putting
No,
a mirror on your face, or in
Yeah.
front of your face, should I say?
Definitely.
Simone Biles, she's amazing.
She's so dope. She was officially the first American to win every event at the Gymnastics World Olympics.
That's dope.
Every event, bruh. Do you know how heavy her neck was when she left that?
Right.
Could you
And
imagine that new picture with
send her all the
things?
endorsements now. Send her all the money.
Please put her on.
That takes a lot of hard work. I don't think people know you can't just be athletic. You have to be athletic and dedicated
And disciplined.
and very disciplined.
And gymnastics. I love
You
gymnastics.
said Anna God?
She's
Okay.
goddess. Like it. You have to be. I love gymnastics. First off,
I love watching
love
gymnastics. I'm
gymnastics.
way too tall. I'm 5'10".
right. So it's not going for us, right? You know, it was like that thing we wanted to try.
You know,
and
when
then
they
we tried
take
to
off running
spin.
and then they go to their jump, like we'd already be almost at the other end of the
in
mat.
3 steps, right? Like we don't. Our legs too long. We know I can't jump worth shit.
Oh my gosh, I seen that firsthand. That you
Multiple
can't.
times.
Well, y'all can try to teach my daughter how to do a cartwheel.
I can't do a cartwheel. I can't backflip. Okay, I'm not the gymnast.
I don't have the heart to tell her she can't do a cartwheel. She always wants me to say it looks good. Doesn't look like a wheel. Looks like a kick and a fall over.
Let her practice.
Yeah.
Put her in a gymnast class. I love gymnastics.
She's in gymnastics now.
I love gymnastics. I think they're dope.
His daughter is too cute.
She's adorable, yo.
I mean, all his kids are cute, but I love Avery. It's probably because it's the one I know the most.
And she's a sweetheart.
She's so sweet.
She's real nice.
She's hella sweet. And you don't meet genuine sweet people in our family. We all assholes.
That's what I said. I said it still had to be his daughter, though, because if it was my daughter, she wouldn't be like that.
Listen, I don't even want a daughter when I have kids because I don't want to deal with a little me.
I should have had a daughter.
Her mom, you probably hear her screaming from here. She lives in Olympia. You know, I don't know where she gets it from.
He said you can hear her screaming from here, and she lives in Olympia. The shots that
we are in downtown Tacoma.
The shots that were just thrown right there.
It sounded like shots, but if she was here, she'd agree. She'd be like, "Yep," you know.
At least she lives her truth, okay?
Yeah, but I'm saying Avery, I don't know where she gets this piece from, but her brother's wild, her mom's wild,
her dad is wild.
Listen, you can't even attempt to grow up in my family and be sweet. We have ruined everyone. I think Nene became an asshole
you used to be sweet at one point in your life.
People don't even believe you when you say that. That's the sad part.
She was like the sweetest little kid ever. Then something happened. I don't know. We're going to go ahead and close out the show today. Black Business of the Day, Working Women's Wednesday.
We have our auntie,
Verna Reese, out of Seattle, Washington. She currently lives in Puyallup. She wrote a book, a children's book. It's called The Track. It's directed to disabled children.
Dope.
Yeah.
I like that because not many books are directed towards them.
Yeah, they got diversity. There's diversity in a lot of different ways. A lot of people only focus on diversity of culture, but you have to think about
handicaps and different things like that. Definitely.
She also has been doing childcare, which is, I believe, what started her off into, writing a book aimed towards these different children is because she's dealt with so many different children and special needs children.
Because she's been doing childcare literally since I was born.
Yep.
I went to her childcare.
Yep. And then she also sells lip scents, cosmetics. So that's nice. She's getting her hustle on in many different ways. So.
And she's in school.
She's in school.
She's doing all this while being in school.
Continued learning. If we can't say it enough, that's what we're all about.
Even if you're like me and you're not set up for school, learn some way.
Some way, somehow.
There's so many different ways to learn.
Facts. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Next week, we will actually be going over Derek Jackson's book, Don't Forget Your Crown.
His fine ass. Woo!
That's what she says. He's cool. I like him. I like his videos, and his book's interesting. So make sure you guys, if you can, try to read it. If not, of course, we'll go through it like we just went through Gabrielle's today. Thank you guys for tuning in to Champagne Mornings. We appreciate you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
6:30 a.m. Tap in with us.